Hi guys, back into a lightning game for me, and today I'm going to go over the build once more time, a bit more detailed. So the reason I go for quick fix and unstoppable instead of rather be torching is because I let my steering gears because not get incapacitated with quick fix. They can still be used. Also, it negates my damage taken by splash damage. Unstoppable also reduces my cooldown for damage control by 50%. It lets me spot enemies using the legendary skill. I have basically the RGA spotting thing for the destroyer, and it's no downside. It doesn't take away my HE damage as rather be torching does. And yeah, quick fix is quite a good skill actually, and it's actually not alright. It's okay being used in conjunction with unstoppable because quick fix does more than just make sure you can run with a disabled engine. So, double lightning game here with the medieval once more. I just thought I'd show off the. Actually, get disconnected here. I might skip this here. It's always a good start to a game when you get taken out of the game. Always lovely. There we go. That's back with the magic of editing. Division Mate Medieval is going for the cap. He's setting some speculative torps towards the hipper and just basically screening torps for the cap. I'm going to do the same. Just thinking about when I should do this. If I do this, I'm going to beat myself, so let's not do that. I think about single fire torps because he looks like he's just going to run in there straight away. But I think he's going to spot those torps that Medieval put down. So let's think about it a little bit. See where he's going to. That's how he's going to react. So I sent some torps. Maybe he's going to turn a little bit, or not move muscle at all. That's fine. So, alright. Send some torps, single fire torps, in hoping that he would turn left. Unfortunately, he's going to turn right, so these are all going to be misses. That's quite unfortunate. I think I'm going to want to smoke up for this bit and burn him a little bit, because at the minute he's chasing down my friend there, my division mate. And if he turns to face me, then he's going to get broadside to my team. So, yeah, be a really good idea to shoot him. There we go. So there we go. I do shoot him. I do let myself get spotted so he turns towards me. Then I try to smoke up on the gate there. There's a wee fire. Gonna keep pepper him as much as I can. He's giving me broadside, so really should be doing what I can. Now I would switch to AP if I was in a different destroyer, but lightning AP is not very good. One of the few destroyers I wouldn't switch to AP unless I'm point blank range. It's more reliable and safer really at this point to finish him off with HE. Though he would be broadside if I was in a different destroyer, I would be shooting AP right now. But I broke these torps on one side of the torps broken, and he's not long for this world really. My smoke's run out, or I've sailed out of it at least. It doesn't really matter at this point. He's out. You may have noticed my sonar is running just in case that hipper gets a full set of torps my way. Sending some torps off the Roma. And then pushing forward onto this cap. Caps are important, don't get me wrong. But your life as a DD is far more important than stuff like this. If you can't push a cap because you're going to die, then simply to say don't push the cap. I'm not saying you should just completely abandon it and give up all hope. Your main goal is to capture these control points, but you need to be aware that your life is far more important than a single cap. You could influence this game much more than you may think. You can't pull off crazy stuff, you can't pull off crazy maneuvers, you can't get good kills, you can't get good games if you're dead at the start. So planning it out, thinking about it. Something you should do. Now, something that she actually did not do is pick a fight with two lightnings. Just a very dumb move. And he got melted. Fortunately for me, I got a double strike because that Roma also sailed into my torps. Not a very good Roma, unfortunately. And yeah, that Yudashi did exactly what I was trying to say we shouldn't be doing. He wanted that cap. Was it worth pushing in the cap? He knew it was being taken. He knew the only DDs in this game were lightnings. Conservatively speaking, there's no way a Yudashi will outgun a lightning, at full health at least, you know? And he may have noticed that 2 lightnings are in division, so it's just not a good idea to push the cap. He should have waited, maybe talked to cap a bit more, stuff like that. He just went for the cap. It's a good team play on his part, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a good idea. So, we've capped A. We've taken out 2 ships for it. Well, 3 actually, because I've taken out the Roma, who creeped a little bit too close to B. So, we're moving on to B. Medieval is taken a little bit beaten by the Hipper and the Yadashi was hitting. So, we're going to move on to B and we'll see what's going on. It looks like the majority of their team have gone towards C. It's not a really good. You should have a nice spread out team. Spread out team does really well because they can create crossfires for you and your team. And spread out teams really do well. You don't want to be bunched up. That being said, you may see teams as certain YouTubers would say black hole, you know, where they're all balled up in one spot of the map. The dumbest thing to do is attack that blob by rushing that blob. You never want to do that, because at the end of the day, how many guns are facing you at that point? 15, 16, 20, you know, you've got, God, I don't know how many people in the, you know, this would be, all 4 ships would be targeting us and absolutely ripping us a new one. That's how black hole blobs actually do well, because people are dumb enough to straight up attack them. You want to be shooting them from range, shooting them from cover. You don't want to be straight out rolling with them, because they've got so many ships. As much as it's a bad strategy, it's a bad strategy, it doesn't help against another bad strategy. So being careful about it, you know. Medieval's smoking up. I'm smoking up. We're taking turns spotting. We're knocking them out one by one. We're not taking any... Oh, hell no, why not? It's nice. We're not taking any risks here. You see that? We're playing it very casually. We're playing it very safe. And because we're playing it safe, look at our team. Team are kind of bunched up here, but what is the Bismarck doing? He's on his own now, but he's still pushing this engagement. And we didn't have much of a choice now, but you see how fast they melted because they all pushed in. He pushed into a greater enemy force, and it just did not work out for you. It's the benefit of lightning. If whenever you want to smoke up and gun something down, you can. You have these 6 smokes. These are get out jail free cards, as mentioned before on the Jervis. You still have a long duration sonar. Only now my sonar is coming back on cooldown. I'm going to fire this a little bit what I can. I'm not expecting him to hit, because I'm probably suspecting he's running sonar after I div struck the hell now, but you never know, So, yeah, he's very low health. The team is focusing down pretty hardcore. I'm full health. I can take a little bit of punishment. So yeah, I'm gonna gun him down. This is perfectly safe to do that at this point. Secondaries might be a problem, but fast enough I probably don't think they're gonna hit me. So yeah, do what I can to get the kill. This would be my Kraken actually. Take a little bit of damage there. Oh. A bit of collision issue there. But yeah, cleanup. Honestly, a cleanup game, really. Because just bad positioning on the enemy team side. They all went to one cap. And it's the worst cap to go to. If you look at this map, you can see the islands. See how this island limits the cap. C is a very solo area. You're kind of limited to shooting ships on C, unless you're in the middle of the map, which means you're open to crossfires, you're open to broadside salvos. You don't really have the good angling, good positions on the C cap. Shooting out from C onto other top options. Whereas A and B, you've got a lot of open map there. You see this? A lot of open map there. So this Vanguard, unfortunately, is just been too passive this game. You should have been moving out, you should have been spreading out. And you should be using the map to your advantage. Anyway, so, yeah, as you've seen, lightning single fire torps can be useful. Wide angle torps, just a regular narrow set, basically. Very useful as well. Knowing when to use them is really important. I've only used the single torps a couple times this game. I've got a single hit. They're usually for people that are rushing you by one. Or ships that you have a very narrow window and you need a narrow spread. And that is exactly what they're for. 90% of the time, no, wide angle. 90% of the time. For the lightning. And if you're confident enough, you can use these smokes to basically give yourself some free shots. And Lightning's got a very respectable fire chance, and the gunnery in Atlanta is very. That's not Atlanta. Lightning is very good. I think I'm gonna run into this. He's gonna take some of my torps. I think this is a bad play on my part. I was trying to torp, but my teammate was just unfortunately not just in the way. I should have torped. Shouldn't have torped it. It's not his fault. That was just a bad play on my part. He's just charging the Vanguard headphone. He's the last ship left, and I don't blame him. It's a full health Bismarck. So I'm going to do the same, really. I want the Kraken. Even if I go down, it's not a problem. So yeah, I'm just as Retcher would say, Kraken thirsty. So getting the damaging hits with HE and the Vanguard heading superstructure, you'll get some reliably good damage. Nonetheless to say, I'm still going to dock and duke and dodge. If I smoke up and slow down, I don't think he's going to get range, but I don't think it's necessary. That being said, I do go for the smoke up. Actually, I do play the safe play. Actually, I was thinking a bit more risky, but he's out of my he's completely in my range right now. I'm just gonna keep burning him, keep letting him on fire, and I didn't bother. I tried to smoke and just fuck it. So yeah, just keep burning, just keep shooting. You know, Lightning's a very good gunboat, and I would definitely spec it towards gunnery. If you spec it towards torpedoes, which is perfectly fine, you're missing out on the potential DPS that you could do, the self-defense procedures you have to defend yourself. So whenever you have a gunboat destroyer, it's definitely worth specking into guns, because your torps will always do something. You can only improve your torps so much. Guns will always stick you in the future. So yeah, hope this helps you guys out. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.